Oh yeah. Oh, look at that pot pie. Ooh, number 2. Ooh, can you see the steam? And so that brings me to this. Aluminum foil, heavy duty, and 4 poster boards from the Dollar Tree. So here is some foam board. It's called Ready Board from the Dollar Tree, and that little square is about 13 by 13. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 6 of those pieces. I have 4 poster boards. I have 4 foam boards over here. So I'm going to get myself 6 of these 13 by 13 squares, and I'll get right back with you. And here we go, 6 pieces of 13 by 13 Ready Board foam board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'm just gonna wrap each one of these. With some aluminum foil. Alright, so I have the 6 pieces of 13 by 13 foam board wrapped with aluminum foil. Now this is heavy duty. This is Reynolds Wrap heavy duty. Now you can also go to the Dollar Tree and just get regular aluminum foil. That's quite fine. It'll work just as well. And the foam board came from the Dollar Tree. Now I have a pack of Cobra aluminum dryer vent tape, and I purchased this at Walmart for, I think it was $5. Yep, $4.97. It was $5.32. You can use regular duct tape on this. There's nothing wrong with using regular duct tape on this. If you're just going to use it for a few times, it doesn't really matter. These can be extremely disposable. You can use them a couple times and then just walk away from them. I'm using the extra heavy duty aluminum foil because I want to keep it around, and I went ahead and purchased the aluminum tape because I want to keep them around longer than just 1 or 2 uses, just at a camp, and then just, you know, throw it away after I'm done with it. But these are very disposable, I guess you could say. So if you thought about it, you get a roll of duct tape, a pack of aluminum foil, and 3 foam boards. So that's $5. So you're going to spend $5 at the Dollar Tree to make this temporary stove if you want to. Now you're also going to have to find something to use as a grate, and something to use in the oven to hold your charcoal. But again, you can use pretty much anything you want as long as it can withhold the heat. You could probably use bamboo sticks you get at the Dollar Tree, those skewers. They would probably work because there's no flame in this, it's just simply heat. I imagine after a handful of uses they probably might or might not work so well. I use metal hangers for mine, but again, you could use Dollar Tree. So add a couple dollars, one more dollar for the skewers and $1 more for an aluminum pan to hold your charcoal. There's $6 right there. So $6 or $7. Inexpensive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this aluminum tape and I'm going to lay it across the areas that I have folds like this here, and I'll just seal those up. And I will be liberal with my aluminum tape. There's no reason for me to not. I purchased this roll, and let me see here, 30 feet of it. I purchased this solely for the use of this project here. All I'm going to do is simply cut my aluminum tape. And then simply just lay it on as soon as I can get it. Maybe. There we go. Just like so. Now we'll just lay it right here onto this foil. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here and seal up all of the folds and bins and all that stuff, and I'll get right back with you guys. Well, I had 30 feet of aluminum tape, so I used 30 feet of aluminum tape, and now I have all 6 of these taped up. And now we have 13 by 13 foam board squares that are fully covered with aluminum foil and then taped up with aluminum tape. Now, all I got to do is form this into a box. Now, I have had several questions about how I plan on doing this. I'm not sure. I've thought about using like nails. So when I put them together like so, I thought about poking toothpicks in there and holding them in that way. I thought about going ahead and drilling holes and then using zip ties, because this thing is gonna be portable be able to break down. I thought about the zip tie thing, and then I just cut the zip ties off and just have a stash of zip ties with it. So every time I take it down, I can cut the ties off, and then I can just re-put the ties on later. So that would require me to drill holes, and that's not going to interfere with my heat or anything like that. As a matter of fact, it'll just give ventilation for the heat to continue. So they're going to be really small holes. I think that's what I want to do at this point. So what I'm going to do is just create the box, and then I'll drill holes like on the bottom here and here, and then I'll just put a zip tie, and I'll do maybe I'm thinking four or six zip ties across each side. And I'm going to think about it a little bit more. I also that's kind of where I'm thinking. That way it is something that I could also use green wire. I could use cordage. Like I said, I could just use cordage, any kind of cordage. I'm sure that even though it heated up, it wouldn't burn, or just as long as it wasn't something that would burn or melt. So, you know, cordage would even work. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna think about it a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna attempt to do the holes and then fit it together with zip ties, which you can get at the Dollar Tree, by the way. All right, so we moved over here to the tool area, and I got my Dremel. Make sure it works. Okay, this is the one that's kind of been off and on. So anyway, my idea is this. I am going to take 5 of the 6, and I will drill 4 holes on 3 sides, and that should fit all of this, and then have the front open, and then I'll decide how I want to do the oven cover, the lid. All right, now so here I am just connecting them with pieces of green wire, this green wire, because that's what I have available to me right at the moment. So I'll just attach them loosely, and then I'll be able to fold them into an actual box after I get them completely done. So I'll get that taken care of. And they'll just simply sit like this here. That will go in. That one will go in. Just right now, just give it a couple little twists. So far I have this wired up, and it's pretty close. I've kept it loose so that it can move around. And what will happen is once I get it together in real time, in real use, I would either tighten those up enough so that they wouldn't be loose, or I would just use zip ties and then just tighten them up as I needed. And here we are, my 13 by 13 square box made out of foam board, covered with aluminum foil and aluminum tape. Holes are drilled, and green wire is used to hold it together. Here's the door that goes down. There we go. And it creates the box. This is completely able to be torn down and pieced back together. And now all I got to do is put a rack in there and some charcoal container. I could tighten up these wires to make it more tight. There are spaces, you can see, but I can fix most of that just by simply placing the wires a little bit tighter, or I can start using zip ties and cut them off each time. But regardless of what I use, this is going to be an effective, and now it will break down and be very portable. And there we have it. This is the 13 by 13 breakdown oven. It's actually kind of big, to be totally honest. I probably could have made it smaller, but I went ahead and moved the, put the grate about 8 inches up. Where's my ruler? Yes, 8 inches. There, it's 8 inches up from the bottom. I wanted to make sure that it was high enough that it would not get burnt on the bottom from the coals and the heat, and most of the heat is going to, of course, rise and go to the top anyway. So what we're going to do is I've got this nice little thing here, and I don't remember. I think I got this at Walmart for like $1, $1.50, a couple bucks or whatever. I'm not sure. Put some aluminum foil in the bottom of it. I have one of these little burrito-y things. It's solid. I'm not really hungry, but I want to test it out, and I want to make sure. I know it'll work, but I want to demonstrate it on video and prove it to myself by physically doing it. I did tighten up most of these wires that are on the that's holding it together. One thing is, if I continue to use the wires, I'm going to have to be careful I don't tighten them up too much, because the wires will tear into that foam board. So you have to kind of be careful with that, but it really works out well. So let me get some charcoal, and I'm not even going to worry about showing you the charcoal. You guys have seen me do charcoal a billion times, but I'll get charcoal and get that ready, and we'll sit it in here, and when I get all that ready, we'll get going. Here is the charcoal. I'm only using 6 pieces instead of the normal 10 or 8. Sorry, I think I used like 8 or 10. I'm only going to use 6, and I added a little bit of the stuff that I made. Anyway, there it is. It's in there. We're going to close this bad boy up, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to let that sit there, and we're going to see how it does. Well, this has only been in for a few short minutes, and that thing is hot. As a matter of fact, it's a lot hotter than my other oven gets. Yeah, that thing is toasty hot. So, and I accidentally, I don't know if you can, yeah, right down here, it accidentally got cut a little wonky, and there was something sticking, a piece of it was sticking out, and that's working perfect to hold that up in there. So that's fortuitous. Anyway, maybe it's got something to do with all the little holes that's allowing air to get in there or something. But this thing is a lot hotter than that other oven that I used. Alrighty, so I kind of actually forgot it was here, so. Woo! That's really hot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it got a little burnt.
The camera's not feeling good.
So, definitely works. Unfortunately, I accidentally forgot it was in here and left it sit too long. Well, other than the fact that I accidentally burned it because I forgot, I got busy doing something else and completely forgot that it was working. That's really warm. So anyway, this absolutely works really well. I just got to let it cool down. I'm going to take it apart, and that will finish up this video.